Hello.
Mr. Hammonds, please.
What's going on, Kurt?
Juan, what's the word, man?
Oh, not much, man. Just got through coming from the gym,
Coming from
getting
the
the
gym.
workout in.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I heard you top flight out there, man. You be chasing people around.
Nah, I don't know about all that.
You don't do
I
that
don't
no
want to
more.
pull no. I don't want to pull no hamstring.
No hamstrings. All right,
Yeah.
so Juan, you are officially a guest on the Spartan Dawg Podcast, man. So for those out there listening, I got the homie Juan Hammonds on the phone, man. What's going on, Juan?
Good, man. Oh, not much, man. Thanks for having me on, man. It's pretty cool, man. You doing this, man. Staying in touch with everyone.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it together. So look, Juan, you had an opportunity to hear any of them or nah?
Yeah, I heard a little bit of it. I heard a little bit of Myron Bell and a little bit of Mill Coleman.
Oh, okay. You ain't want to listen to Corey's, man.
I didn't get to it, man. When you said, I, you sent it to me at the office doing work, so I was just trying to stroll through a little bit of it.
Okay, it's all good. So look, man. So on here, man, we just gonna talk like we normally talk. So, Juan, where you at these days, man? Where you living at?
I'm currently living in Southfield, Michigan, suburb right outside of Detroit. Been there for about, I don't know, about 10, 12 years now.
Okay. Now, did you where'd you live after college? You moved straight there. Or where were you at?
No, after college, I was sort of bouncing around.
Oh, sorry.
I was chasing the dream, so to speak. I had a couple of tryouts with a couple NFL teams. Right after college, I went to Tampa Bay. Uh, then I was in Jacksonville. I'm in Buffalo Bills football camp for a couple of years. So like each summer for first 3 years after college, I was in a different camp. So I was sort of transient. My wife was living in Florida at the time, so I was back and forth between Florida and Michigan, trying to catch on with a NFL team.
Okay. So look, Juan, when you only played for GP, right?
Yeah,
Our last year was GP. He got fired your last year or no?
correct. Yep.
So
Last season, 94, 94.
so then on there when I was talking to Mill about this, so then in y'all pro day, y'all really didn't have anybody kind of campaigning for y'all, huh? Or how did that go?
Exactly. Yep. Perlis was gone, and so Saban was coming in. So it was kind of left to our own, device. I think we still had a pro day, but so we didn't really have no advocate, nobody, pushing for us or putting in a good word for us. So we sort of on our own, showcase our talent.
All right, cool. So now you still married, man. How long you and Jen been married now, man?
Should be 17 years in October.
17 years. And how long did y'all date before y'all got married?
I think we've been together for like 25 years total.
25 years. So you met your sweetheart at college, man?
Yeah, yeah, met in college, man, and shit, we've been together ever since.
All right. So tell us a little bit about Jennifer, man. What she do?
She's a school teacher. She teaches special needs kids at Detroit Public Schools. She's been teaching, man, probably about 20 years now, and so she really enjoy it. Some challenges with funding and all that type of stuff, like a lot of districts face, but she really enjoys it.
All right. So Jennifer got a lot of patience, huh?
Yeah, well, to put up with me, you know. But yeah, she got she's a blessing. She's a blessing, man. And so I'm happy to have her.
All right. And then how many kids you got, man?
I got four.
Got
I got
four. So you,
four.
you, you got to run them down, man, from the oldest to the youngest. Give us the age, the name, and kind of what they into, what type of personalities they got, man.
Yeah, but I got my oldest daughter. She's 26. Actually, she's down in the Atlanta area now. She's working in sort of the retail market, trying to find a way up. She's a graduate of Northern Kentucky University, business marketing. Uh, you know, she's doing well. Just trying to find her way through. Really proud of her. Then my second one is Jordan. She's 16, going to the 11th grade. She's into pom and cheerleading. So she's been doing that since about the 8th grade.
Hey, man, she
Uh,
bring any boyfriends home yet, man?
No, not yet, man. Not yet, man. She's asking, man. So we had a conversation the other day about dating, and so I guess soon I'll be meeting somebody, having that real talk with her.
Yeah.
And then I got my oldest son Juan. He's playing basketball. He's sort of a late bloomer to basketball, so
Now
he made
how old is he, Juan?
Juan is 13.
Okay. Can he beat you
13.
yet or no?
No, they'll never better beat me.
You'll quit before they beat you, huh?
No, I ain't gonna quit. They ain't gonna beat me. But
Okay.
yeah, he enjoys basketball. He's sort of into science and technology. Actually, he's the one that whenever we have technology problems, we always call him. He's good with the iPhones and so all that stuff. So he's really into technology, and basketball's kind of his second love. So
Okay.
he's kind of getting on that track. And then my youngest one, Josh, he's 8. He's a football player. So he enjoys football. He's been playing since about the age of 5. We started out as flag. So this year it'd be his second year at tackle. He likes football and swimming. He takes swim lessons. So, so that's it. That's pretty much the family, man. Is trying to stay involved and keep him on the right path.
Now, was it a major difference? I only had one, so I got a girl, but I always hear people tell me how rambunctious the guys are compared to girls. They'll tell me the girls, you can tell them to sit in the corner and they'll be there when you come back, but the guys will be done painted the wall. Was it
Yeah,
like that with your guys and girls?
yeah. Well, I thought it was odd because the boys are easy. I mean, you kind of, boys are pretty simple. You sort of know what they're gonna get into, what they want to do. So it just boys are a little bit more active, and with girls you kind of got to think how to approach them. With boys, you just sort of respond. Hey, boys need discipline, you give them discipline. If they need a little love, give them a little love. So for me, that was a little bit easier than my daughter. My daughter was a little bit more sophisticated than a boy, so it was always thinking process with her.
Yeah, she cry on you, huh? Put them emotions on you, huh?
Yeah, you do. The boys. Boys get upset. They really, they don't have no rights. We can just tighten them up if we need to.
All right. So look, Juan. So now, what are you doing now as far as work? Where you working at, man?
I work for the state of Michigan, Department of Corrections. I'm a probation officer supervisor. So I have a staff of about 10 guys. So I sort of monitor them, make sure that they are, supervising their offenders, correctly, properly and all that stuff. So I've been with the state for about 17 years now. That's probably where I end up being, really enjoy it. Give me a chance to help out, give back to some of the guys in the community, get them on the right path.
Now, so what do you do? I mean, you manage, and did you just start off with that, or you kind of worked your way up, or what?
I worked my way up, man. I started out inside as a correction officer, so I actually worked in a prison.
Did you have a lot of keys when you was doing like handyman, man? You
No, man, keys. You don't have too many keys on you. Them keys come up missing, you're in trouble. So a lot of stuff is like they have what you call a control center where they open and close doors through the control center. They have cameras, so you can just like a PA says, you just request doors to be open.
yeah.
And
Anybody try you back in the days, man, or nah?
no, nobody never tried me, man. It's just kind of the way you carry yourself and the way you treat people. You treat people with respect. You sort of get it back. And most guys understand their time is their time. The officers are not there to be, their punishment thing. Their time's their punishment. So as long as you treat people with respect, and do what you're supposed to, you pretty much don't have no problems.
Okay. Now on there, Juan, was there ever issue of kind of carrying your work home, or you just kind of it ain't really that type of atmosphere?
You can. I guess it's all on the individual. For me, I never did. I never try to bring my working home. Once I left the building, I left it there. So for me, it wasn't a big of issues. Some guys sort of, get emotionally involved. From a guy, hey, it was just a business. It's a business trip. Come in, do what you got to do, and keep it moving.
Yeah, I think it's impressive that, you and Jen is celebrating all these years, man. I mean, it's one thing where, just, listening to you and kind of knowing a little bit of backdrop of what you do, that could be a highly stressful job. And then I remember one time I was talking to Jen and, I knew she was working with kind of special needs kids. And both of those things seems like they could be draining. So did you guys consciously kind of have to set aside time or set up some type of technique so y'all can stay connected or what?
No, I just think it's just both our temperament. I think we're kind of easygoing people. And then, obviously when stuff came up, we talk. Some days she'll, tell me her days, and, just be there, just be a listener. Just listen to her and let her vent some of her frustrations. And same thing with me. She would listen to me days I had stuff that was on my mind. And so we sort of just keep stuff in perspective and, and have a vehicle just so you're not holding a lot of that stuff inside. You're able to, articulate your feelings and get them out. And so if you're able to do that, I think you'll be able to handle it. It won't come too overbearing.
Okay. And then Juan, so on as far as the job, do you do anything else on the side, or are you just strictly doing that, or you got any other hustles or side jobs or not?
Nothing. I coach both of my boys' sports. I coach my youngest son Josh football. So we start Monday, so that keeps me busy. And then when Josh gets finished, I coach my oldest son basketball. So that pretty much keeps me busy. Just with their activities, getting them to and from practicing. Oldest boy's in band, so band practice, and my daughter does pom and cheerleading. So that's, my family's my side hustle.
Right. Now, do they get to go? You from Louisville, right? Do you ever take them home? You still got family at home, or what?
Yeah. We go once a year. So at the end of the school year, we normally go home and see everybody. I try to, because I don't have much any family here in Michigan, so I try to make sure my kids, are connected with their cousins and family. So I make a point every summer to go home and, spend time with their family and see their cousins.
So do they think they country out there or what?
No, man. Hey, like I tell everybody, man.
Kentucky, you came in super country, homie. So.
Kurt, Kentucky is the gateway to the South, man. We ain't the South, man.
Man. So they just blend in with their cousins. They don't think they talk funny or nothing, huh? It's all good.
No, man. They crack up over the accent, the long Southern drawl, So every time they be like, "What did they say, Dad? What did they say?" I'll be like, "Go talk to them," So when they say like hair and dare, all that stuff, they get a kick out of that.
Okay. So then, cool. So let's back up to young big. Is it Big Wing or Big Ween?
Big Ween.
Big Ween. Where did that come from, man?
Man, it's like all type of stories. A partner of mine, his uncle, used to come around, and everybody used to, I was a big kid in class, so everybody used to always call me Big Wine. And the way he pronounced it sounded like Big Wine. So it's like Big Wine, Big Wine, and so it just sort of turned into Big Wing. So. I take anything, big wing. So that's sort of where it came from. And one of my uncle's friends, he couldn't really say wine. The way he said wine was like wine, and it sort of evolved from there.
All right. So in high school, man, you was playing hoop and football or just football?
Basketball and football.
Yeah. Did you like one over the other?
Growing up in Kentucky, man, with the Louisville Cardinals, basketball was first love for everybody. So I thought I was gonna be like a Milt Wagner. Or Rodney McCray, in the early 80s in Louisville, they had a lot of teams that went to the Final Four. And so, the first love was basketball. And so I was always big to everybody. So I think about in the 8th grade, I stopped growing. I think I was the same height I am now, and I was 6'3", 190 in high school. So I stopped growing. So I figured I'm not going to be much taller. I didn't really have skills like a guard. So I said, hey, let me focus in on football. And so football became my love after that.
So your senior year, you played both, or you just you quit
both.
Playing basketball? Okay.
Yeah. But I focused once I got to high school. My primary focus was football, but I played football and basketball all 4 years in high school.
All right. Now, what positions in football did you play in high school?
I was like fullback, tight end, linebacker.
Okay. And then your recruiting process, man. How did that go? Did you take all your trips, and who was your kind of like your final top 2 or 3 schools, man, when it came down to it?
I think I took 3 visits. I went to Michigan State, University of Kentucky, and the University of Louisville. So Kentucky had been recruiting me since like the 8th grade. So I had a real good understanding of what Kentucky was about. Uh, then University of Louisville, my two hometown schools, University of Louisville, recruited me heavily, so I was familiar with both of them. So I was leaning towards Kentucky, and then Michigan State came in the picture sort of late. Then once I had the opportunity to take a trip up to East Lansing, and I just sort of fell in love with the atmosphere, the camaraderie, the opportunity to play major college football, ESPN, and play the Michigans, Notre Dame of the world. So I sort of, made my decision based off that.
Who was your host when you came up?
Todd Murray, man.
Todd
Murray. Yeah.
That was my host too.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Todd Murray.
Did he get you drunk, man?
You know what he did, man. That's what we do on college trip.
Todd had me walking on water, man. It was bad. I don't drink with him because of that. So look, then on there, Juan, so with you were, and I don't even know if they still do the Prop 48 stuff. So what was that all about?
It was I think it was Prop 42 or Prop 4. I think it may have been Prop 48.
Yeah.
And so I didn't qualify academically. I had the grades, but I didn't have the test score. I think at the time when I came out, I think maybe you needed an 18. I think I had like a 16. So my first year at Michigan State, I was ineligible. I wasn't able to to be on scholarship. So the first year, I paid college, out of my pocket, through financial aid and grants and that thing. So
now, when you were taking your trips and stuff like that, was none of the schools backed away from you, even though you hadn't qualified, or?
No, none of all three schools that I took visit to indicated that they would take me no matter what. And I was still, taking tests to see if I can qualify during the recruiting process. Things hadn't been found yet, but all of them committed that they would take me. So that made me feel good. I knew I had a place to go despite whether I passed the test or not. So, that made me feel good. But it was some schools early, like Notre Dame, Michigan, Colorado. Some other schools was initially interested in me, but they backed off. They was waiting to see if I would qualify.
Now, when you came in, you couldn't practice with us or nothing, right? You couldn't even really be around a team, or what kind of rules did they have or restrictions did they have on you?
I couldn't practice, couldn't be on scholarship, couldn't travel, couldn't eat at the training table, couldn't work out as a team. I could come over on my own and work out, but I couldn't work out any team functions. I wasn't allowed to do.
And how was that, man? Did you ever think about transferring, or you kind of hit the ground and you was cool?
No, I was cool with it because I made a commitment. You probably can testify this. Guys, always left school and then end up coming back home with a story like, man, blaming other people. I had to transfer because this happened, that happened. So I wasn't gonna let no obstacle sort of derail me. And so my frame of mind, I'm here to stay. I'll make it work. It was a little humbling that at that age, you identified as being a big man on campus, playing football, but I wasn't able to play football. So it was a little humbling. But I think in the long run, it helped me out because I was able to make friends and friendships of guys outside of the football world. My friend, Lil Rasan, Lil Pooh, and Jay, those guys was, lifelong friends of mine. So that aspect, it was beneficial. I could sort of, spread around and meet people and talk to different people.
All right, so look, Juan, now, so we in school, right? And who'd you live with? Who'd you stay with?
My first year, I stayed with Eric Hamilton.
Okay.
And then after that, I think I stayed with Eric Williams, Dutta. Me and Dutta boys stayed together.
All right, so it's good you mentioned Dutta, man, because I was talking to Jay, and Jay said you gave everybody their nickname, man. Where does that come from, man? I mean, who are you the nickname, man? You named what a Dutta, man. I know where it came from. So you gave E that nickname, man.
I think it was either me or Big Bill, but at the time we was in camp, and I think we was watching New Jack City on the VCR tape over and over and over, and the Dutta man was just we was about the character. Then I think we had a meeting. And Dutta just got up and just started talking. and one thing I give Dutta credit, like he has confidence. He'll speak in front of anybody. So he would get up and be talking. And they like, man, come on, be quiet, Dodo, man. and, every, and everybody just started laughing, man. And it was just it was a hit after that. It just stuck, man.
All right, you give anybody else their nickname, man? Jay named a few of them. I can't remember. He said, "Well, you give everybody their nicknames."
Man, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. It's been so long ago.
All right, so look, we'll come back to that. So I was talking to Mill on his podcast, and like I was telling him, it was just amazing to me that Mill had never got cussed out. Did GP ever cuss you out, man? Or you ever get cussed out up there?
Oh man, he chewed me up, man. I know you remember that.
Now tell the story. What happened?
I think it was my first year playing. So it'd be our second year. I think I was on the special teams. And I think I was running. No, back up. My first year playing. Remember, we used to have to run the mile and a half before camp. So I came in. I think I ran like the first 2 laps, and then the monkey just jumped on my back, man. So I just tightened up, man. Man, I swear, GP walked around, was like, "You piece of shit. You built like a Corvette, drive like a Pinto. You built like a Greek god. You can't play football. No, he's not ready. He's out of shape." I mean, man, he just chewed me, man. I think for the last 4 or 5 laps, he's walking around just cussing me out, man, the whole time, man. And I was hurt, because back then I didn't know how to run long distance. We just running sprints, man. And that second lap, that monkey, my lower back just tightened up. I ain't had no stride or anything. It was just like, oh, man. So, yeah, he chewed me out good, man.
All right, now, can you share another GP story or anything funny that happened that you can share?
Oh, let me see, GP. Well, me, I think another time he cussed me out good, man. I think I was on the special teams, giving the scout team a look. I think I came in and almost blocked a punt or something. He was like, "God damn you, dummy! Don't you know that you supposed to be giving a look? God damn it, we don't need you. We need a punter." And I was like, "Oh man," But it was all good. It made me stronger. I didn't take it too personal.
Right.
And I think that was the last time he cussed me out, man. Then I give him credit because once I, started earning my stripes, so to speak, he always gave me credit.
Right.
So.
All right, so I got my funny Juan story, man. So
Go ahead.
So when we was there, we used to have to go to study table because our whole class was on academic probation except for Mill and Colin.
Right.
Croxon told us we had the dumbest class in history, man. we had people with .03s and .1s and 0 points. So I had a 1.3, so I was balling. But anyway, we used to have to go to study table after we would eat. And, people would try to get over and have people sign them in. And I remember one time you didn't go and you had Sebastian sign you in. And then and then the next day they called in and they was going off like, "Juan, you didn't go to study table." And then they was like, "I did." You was like, "Sebastian, didn't you sign me in?" And then he was like, "I did sign you in." And then they showed you the paper and he spelled your name W-O-N.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
All right,
Yeah.
so then cool. So then now, like through the school stuff. Now, what was your experience with? Who was your position coach?
Kip Waddell.
Kip Waddell. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how was your relationship with him and GP? Was cool or what?
Kip was cool, man. He, so because I came in, I think, my journey to playing, I think my first year eligible, I think we was playing Illinois. I think that was that first year we went like 3-8. It was a tough year for us. And I want to say, I can't remember his name. One of the defensive linemen got hurt. It was against Illinois game. And I knew I was second up, man. And so when he got hurt, and GP looked at Kip like, "Who's up next?" So I knew it was my turn. So I buckled my chin strap, got right in Kip's face. And Kip kept looking over me, trying to put somebody else in. And I'm like, and myself, like, "I know it's my turn. I'm second string." So he finally put me in. I went there, ended up having a pretty good performance. Got a couple tackles, made a fumble recovery, and then sort of earned my stripes after that. And then that was like, I think our last game. Then going into the off season. Kip worked with me. We got in the film room. you know, he started having confidence that I'd be able to play. And then after that, he sort of looked at me as like one of the leaders of the defensive line, even though, I was a sophomore at the time, and I sort of earned my stripes. And he had a lot of confidence in me. He let me, run the defensive line room, so to speak. I was like one of the leaders.
Okay, yeah. I did Flozell podcast, and he mentioned your name, and he said, he used to go against you and Glove, and he was like, he was like, Juan was a good sport. He'd battle with me and leave me a go, and then he said Glove used to always talk shit about him being a freshman. So do you remember going up against Flozell, man, when he was around?
Man, Flozell, man, I tell you, we should call him Big Shirley. Yeah, he had the big box, Big Fro. Had a fro like what's the old girl on What's Happening?
Yeah, Big Shirley.
But Big Shirley. But Flozell was a beast, man. He was just huge, man. And so every day, because he made me better. Because going against him every day at practice, come game time, wasn't nobody bigger, stronger, nastier than Flozell. So he helped me a lot, and I think he told me the same thing. I think a couple years ago when the Detroit Lions had a Super Bowl here. I mean, the Super Bowl was held in Detroit. He came out and hung out, and we talked. He said that I helped him prepare for the NFL by giving him a good look, every play. So that was about, man, battling every day, man. We battled, we competed. But after practice, it was all good. You know what I mean? Wasn't no personal, wasn't no animosity, anything of that sort. But it was good, man, competing against him every day.
Now, didn't he? I didn't ask him this, but didn't he kick somebody in the nuts or something, man? Or Flozell? Was it Orget or somebody? You remember that or not?
Yeah, maybe. I think it was Organic. I think it was Organic. Then they got into it. He threw him down and stomped on him.
Yeah.
Said he tried to step on the leg, stuffed him in the nuts.
All right, so cool. Now, Juan, you had an opportunity, man. I've been throwing them dinners over at the Kellogg or whatever, and I always beg y'all to come. You know what I mean? And I know y'all be busy with all the kids, but you did have an opportunity to come, man. What did you think about it?
I love it, man. I hope you keep doing it. I know it's sort of like a thankless position. You keep trying to get everybody together, and for different reasons, people can't make it. But, man, I just enjoy seeing everybody together, man. It just brings back memory because, pretty much, everything that I am as an adult is connected to Michigan State, through, my career, my wife, my friends, my support group. And so it's always good to see Spartan Dogs, man, and come back, man. So any opportunity I get to make it, I'll be there, man. And so I hope you continue with it.
All right, and then for you, Juan, I always ask everybody that when you hear the term Spartan Dawg, man, what does that mean for you?
A mentality, man. Just battling to the end, man. Just have that swagger, have that confidence. We just keep competing, man. Just battling. That's how I take of it, man. Things weren't always, given to us. Most of us just grinding, man. That's when I hear Spartan Dawg, I think it just have mentality, man.
All right. And then where can people follow you, man? Are you on Facebook or Instagram or not?
I'm on Facebook, man. I'm not really prolific, but I try to stay in touch with people, keep up with people. But yeah, I'm pretty much on Facebook. So, friend request me, I accept friend requests, and I try to keep up and follow people, share information about what's going on with me, as much as possible.
All right, and then last thing, you got any games this year on your calendar that you're gonna make to, or?
No, I haven't looked at it. I'm waiting for our youth football schedules came out, so I always sort of coordinate that with what Michigan State doing. Probably gonna try to at least make homecoming again. That's always the first. I think it's a little later this year, so I think we'll be able to make that. But yeah, I haven't looked too close at it just yet.
Okay. All right, so cool, man. I appreciate the time. Big Ween, W-E-E-N, right?
Yeah, there you go, man.
All right, cool. So we'll holler one. I'll talk to you.
All right, Kurt, appreciate it. Thanks,
right,
bro.
No problem. Bet.
Yeah.